Welcome back. In this tutorial chapter, I'm going to be showing us how we can start publishing articles on our blog. As you can see, our blog, there's no post. That means there's no article. Even if you can't even tell someone now that you have a blog, because even if that person comes to check a blog, he or she will not find anything to read. So now, let's create our first article, or let's publish our first article. So what you have to do is just come here and click on new post, or let's say you just type in blogger.com and you already log in. You are at the dashboard. You are at your dashboard and you want to create a new article. So what you do is you can just come here, click on post. So when you click on post, you are going to see all the current articles that we've published. But according to this blog, we've not created any article. So what we just do is click on new post. When we click on new post, it's going to take us to a place where we have to put in our post title, then close this. We have to put in our post title, then our post content. So this, you also be having this training folder in the DVD pack you purchased, articles. So now, our blog is about hardware, and we'll be having different categories that we'll be talking about hardware certification. We'll be talking about hardware tips, or we'll call it troubleshooting. We'll be talking about hardware security. We're also going to be talking about hardware accessories. So it is the more you start publishing more articles that your blog will now start becoming more bigger. As you as the owner, you have to set a vision for your blog. That's okay. In the next 3 months, there is where I want my blogs to be. These are the content I want to be on my blog. So what I will have to do is, let me click on this certification. I already have some articles there, but please don't use this article when you are creating your own blog. Let me first publish a troubleshooting article, which is also standard as tips. So I'll be using tips, not troubleshooting, hardware tips. Now these are post title, 5 key difference between tapes and disc. This is a condition you must know. Then I copy the content. Ctrl V. Then you have to format your article. You bold it. Select this bar. Highlight. Bold it. I can also bring this bar. So I'm just trying to format the article. When you want to publish article, you can first type, or you can first write your article, then comes to your blog and publish it, or you can start typing your article directly inside here. So everyone has his own way of creating article for his blog. Like me, for example, sometimes I'll first write my article in paper. After I finish writing in paper, then I come to my blog to start typing. And there are sometimes you just have to do all the typing and everything within your blog. So I'll just log into my blog dashboard, click on create new article, and I'll start typing. So in some case, sometimes the way the article comes, I may just be on the way, maybe I'm going somewhere. I'll just bring out my notebook, then I start writing. So anytime I'm with my system or I'm comfortable blogging, then I write and publish. Now, this is the article we want to publish. 5 key difference between tapes and disc you must know. So these are the headlines, format for storage, data transfer storage, application. You can even make them an heading like this, or you make it sub-heading more smaller, then close the space within them so that it should be more bigger. So I can also make it sub-heading, then close the gap. I'll highlight this, sub-heading, close the gap. Also highlight this, I'm just trying to format. You will need to take your time when you're creating your own blog. I also want to try and be a bit faster as but I just want you to know that there are lots that you can do when you want to create a blog. Now, this is the article. It's always advisable to add images to your article. So I'll show you how to get image for your article. If you're not a graphic designer, just come to google.com. What your article is about is tapes and disk. So you can just copy tapes and disk. Come here, click on images here. You see the image option on the right. Tapes and disk. Click on search. Then it's going to bring out some images relating to tape and disk. As you can see different images. So you just have to copy any one. I'll right click and open this in a new tab. So let me check for now. This is only tape. You can also use something like this. So you can just search and look for an image that is very related. So I'll tell us anytime you copy image, anytime you check for image on google.com, the way you should save your image, because all this image already has the search engine label signature on them. So what I'll do is I'm saving it on desktop, then I will make it as my hardware. I want to rename it my hardware lab. I'll use dot difference tapes disk. Then I'll save to my desktop. I successfully save the image, and I'll come back here. You decide where you want the image to be. I'm putting my cursor at the beginning. Then click on this icon here, insert image, and the window is going to pop up to ask you. Then click on choose file. Then you navigate to where you save your image. So I'll go to my desktop. Then this is the image. Then I'll click on open. So the image is going to load. This is it. Select it. I'll click on it to select. Then click on add selected. This is the image. Then you can just drag it to the right. Beautiful. Now we now have an image related to our blog. You can see add caption. You can just add a caption there and say tapes and disk. Then you've add caption. When you click on it, you can see properties, alt text. I always advise us to use alt text. I'll be talking more on it under the search engine optimization, but I'm just showing us now to know it, so that by the time I want to talk more about it under the search engine optimization video tutorial, it will be something new. So you can just for now, let's put steps. This don't use space, always use hyphen. Okay, so that is it for now. Now this right side, labels. Now in the Blogger, under the Blogger platform, we get these labels is used as tag. Is also used to categorize our article. Because if it is WordPress, WordPress has an option to create categories and also have a different option to create tags. But the Blogger platform will give us an option to create categories. So we always use our labels to categorize our article. So now what we will do is, this article, you already know the categories you want on your blog. Now these articles will be categorized under tips. So what we just do is put in tips here as the label. So that means these articles will be attached to what we regards to as tips. So then click on done. Schedule. You can schedule your post. Maybe you don't want the article to be published now. maybe you want it to be published tomorrow, then you can just click on set date and time. Then you can select the date and the time you want the article to be visible. But if you want the article to be visible on your blog instantly, then you have to select the automatic option. So click on done. Now this permalink, this is the link of your blog. That means it will be myhardwarelab.blogspot.com/difference between tips and this. Location. You can add location to your article. Option. You can decide that, okay, you want people to be able to comment on this article. You put it there. You want to enable HTML for your article. You want a line breaks. That is the option available. So after you've already done that, you've added the article title, you've added the article content, you've added images related to your article, then what you just have to do is click on publish. Now, this article is now published and it is labeled as tips. So let's come here to refresh our blog. Before it's showing no post. By the time we refresh it, the article we just published now will be visible. Beautiful. Our blog is now making sense. This is the article we created. As you can see, 5 difference between tips and this you must know. So this is just the article. This is just how simple to publish article. So I'll be stopping here at this junction J, time T. I believe you can now easily create article. So in the next video tutorial, I'll still be talking about creating of articles and publishing of content. What I'll be talking there is, I'll be creating another article, but we will be putting that article on a different category. If you remember, this article we publish now is under the label called tips. So now the another article we'll be creating now will be under the label called certification, because this is not, we want it in a way that in the future people should be able to navigate around our blog using different categories. People that wish to read more about hardware tips should just click on hardware tips, and all the articles that will be visible should be hardwares that are under the tips. Visitors should be able to come to our blog and click on hardware certification, and all the articles that will come out should be hardware certification related. So see you in the next video tutorial chapter, when I'll still be talking more on how to create articles and how to put them under different categories. Bye.